I practice expressing myself as much as possible. I try to do this and whenever I close. Tell us about your mathematics interviews, please. Okay. I remember being really nervous for my interviews. I interviewed at Modern College where I had two interviews. Actually, I had two more interviews, one at Martin College and one at Shithog, which is where I'm now. And during these four interviews, I saw many interesting questions. One really interesting question I saw was a question about cubes and the number of varieties a cube has. Well, 3 dimension, 4 dimension, and even higher dimension. And it didn't stop here. We also discussed how many edges there are in this dimension. And we tried to find a formula for each one of these. I thought it was quite interesting. There were also very hard questions. One particular question I remember is I was asked to sketch the normal distribution, which was like bell curve. And I was asked to sketch its derivative by I and its derivative as well. So 2 derivatives. And that was easy enough. You just get it and then she asked me, do I notice anything about the number of turning point and the number of reach as we go down? And then I noticed that as the differentiates, as time
the number of turning points increased by 1. And then the question was given to me, can you prove that formula is true? And that was really difficult. I was really stumped in the beginning and actually I didn't know what to say. But luckily for me, the interviewers, he gave me a prompt. He gave me a hint about some theorem that is really useful for this. I immediately managed to use this hint and then go on to answer the question. I thought I was really scary at first, but really rewarding at the end. Actually, I didn't get anything about my personal statement in the interview, which I thought it wasn't too straight. I suppose they thought it wasn't really interesting at the interviews. Which aspect appealed the most to the tutors? I think that interviewer really like to see me struggle through the question because they want to see how I think. They want to see the pressure in which I go about a question. So they would really like giving me difficult question, so that I do struggle with it, and they would often give me hint to see if I can cooperate with them. If I do to attend the university to prepare for the interviews, I kept that in mind. I practiced expressing myself as much as possible. I did this by speaking out loud when I'm by myself answering a math question. I try to do this whenever I could.
Elseword, mathematics interview preparation. Well, I'm also mentioned that I try to speak my talk as much possible. Rather than that, I was really keen on solving math beyond a question, British Math Olympiad question. I feel like that helped a lot my problem solving skill. It gave me a good intuition on how to solve questions, and I think it made me a better problem solver all around. I did mock interview with my teachers. They quite kind enough to do the session with me. They emphasized that I should be speaking my talk as much possible. Even when I was struggling to come up with an answer, they encouraged me time and time again to try to give suggestions as how to solve the problem. For example, maybe we can solve this by induction, even though you are not sure how. You will do that and so on. I did this thing quite often, and I did about 2 times a week with my teacher. That mock interview, these other things I've mentioned, I try to keep them on getting in the background as I prepared for my interview.